I think the life cycle and span of many flowers reminds me that it doesn't have to bloom overnight in order to know its possibility. My name is Tourmaline. I'm an artist, a filmmaker, and a writer, and I live in Miami, Florida. And for the past 20 years, I've been kind of archiving and writing about the life of Marsha P. But my practice is really one that uses the past to inform the possibilities of now. I'm thrilled to be here at ACCA. I have two films. One is Pollinator and the other is A Flower That Lives Forever, as well as a series of self-portrait work called Transcendent series.
Curating this exhibition, I was very moved by the generosity of Tourmaline inviting people in to ground. I kind of latched onto that and kind of wanted to extrapolate that into a more three-dimensional space, not just a computer screen that I was experiencing the works through.
When I think about what it means to transcend, I think about when you are in harsh conditions, when you are facing forms of limitation or repression or harshness or hardship. It's really powerful to acknowledge those limitations and confines and conditions, but also to transcend them through your imagination, to look at the mundane, the quotidian, the everyday fabric of your life, and imagine it as more filled with pleasure. Can a ferry ride that goes less than a mile to another island be a river cruise? Can it be a place of replenishment? Can you reconfigure how you're experiencing something to imagine beyond it, to transcend it? And so the self-portrait work is about that. So is the film A Flower That Lives Forever.
The three works in the exhibition are unified in the exploration and revisiting of the life and legacy of queer icon Marsha P.
Marsha P. was a Black trans figure in New York City. She was an artist, an activist, a fashionista. She was maybe most known for instigating the Stonewall riots in 1969, which in the US was often called the birthplace of the LGBTQIA+ movement. She was fighting for healthcare alongside free childcare. She would do care work for her community through prayer and also through seances and also by providing housing. I think it's really meaningful in this moment today when so many of our communities are having a really hard time and are being actively repressed. We look to a figure like Marsha who had a blueprint for what to do.
So baby's breath was Marsha's known favorite flower. She'd often collect pieces of it and style it into her wigs and styled hair.
You know, so much more of a life of a flower is lived immaterially, but when it is material, it's incredibly soft and open and receptive, or it's alluring and dangerous and powerful. There's just such a range in terms of flowers, how it germinates, how it pollinates, how it is one thing before it becomes many things. A flower dies, but its pollen is permeating all surfaces and moving abundantly. Is the flower dead, or is there just more flower? And so to me, Marsha was a person who was pollinating a landscape. Part of my activist practice is archival research. It's about knowing that we have a past and knowing that historical erasure of our past is a real thing. And so remembering who we really are, remembering that we have enormous value. So I hope that the work reminds people of the creative possibilities of life.